doesn't like fresh fruits? It's delicious and good for you. But unfortunately, not all fruits are created equally. While they all have health benefits, some are healthier than others. And with some fruits, the drawbacks are actually worse than the benefits. You should be looking for fruits high in fiber and vitamins and low in calories and sugar. These are the fruits you should not be eating. Bananas. One of the fruits you should not be eating is bananas. You may want to think twice before eating a ripe banana for breakfast. Unlike some fruits, bananas contain mostly carbs. In fact, 93% of their calories come from carbohydrates. Also, they contain up to 16% of sugar. Unfortunately for ripe banana lovers, the healthy starches found in unripe bananas, which actually act more like fiber than carbohydrates, turn into sugar as a banana ripens. In the process, the banana becomes more and more sugary. Instead of picking up a banana on your way to work, consider grabbing an apple or a grapefruit. They will fill you up without loading your bloodstreams with sugar. Or if you can't resist that banana, eat a smaller or greener one. Another fruit you should not be eating is mango. Like bananas, mangoes have a larger percentage of sugar than other fruits, which is why they taste so sweet. 1 cup of mango contains 100 calories and 23 grams of sugar. With all the fruits available that have a lower sugar content, you may want to stay away from mangoes, especially if you are trying to lose weight. If you can't bear to cut them from your diet completely, eat them sparingly. For example, instead of making a mango smoothie, use a base of pineapples and put in a few small slices of mango for taste. Another fruit you should not be eating is cherry. Due to their small size, cherries are also easy to scarf down by the dozen. But like mangoes and grapes, cherries contain a higher sugar content than many other fruits. 1 cup of cherry contains 17.7 grams of sugar. This makes them a poor fruit choice for diabetic and dieters. Also, because cherries are a high FODMAP fruit, they may make you bloated. FODMAPs are found in many fruits and vegetables and create gas and bloating because they are difficult to digest. Instead of packing a bag of cherries to take with you to work, make berry mix instead. That way, you'll be satiated without the sugar overload and bloating. Another fruit you should not be eating is coconut. Coconuts are in vogue right now, but they aren't as healthy as people want to think. In fact, 1 cup of shredded coconut contains a whopping 283 calories, 224 of which are from fat. This makes it one of fattiest fruits around. Instead of putting shredded coconut on your oatmeal, consider sprinkling in some blueberries instead. Your waistline will thank you. Another fruit you should not be eating is cranberry. You've probably heard that cranberries and cranberry juice are the perfect all-natural cure for the UTI because according to the Journal of the American Medical Association, there's no evidence that cranberries actually make a difference when it comes to urinary tract health. The belief was that cranberry lowered the pH of urine, but recent studies showed that the substance usually credited with doing this hyporic acid is not present in high enough quantities to have any real impact. In fact, consuming too many cranberries might actually increase your risk for certain types of kidney stone. Cranberries have a high amount of oxalate that can translate to an increased risk in calcium oxalate stones. There's another problem with cranberries too. Not only are they extremely high in calories, a third of a cup contains about 123 calories and half a gram of fat. But many kinds of dried cranberries contain a huge amount of added sugar. That same third of a cup can have 26 grams of sugar. more than the 24 grams of daily sugar recommendation for women. Another fruit you should not be eating is grapes. Have you ever found yourself eating an entire bag of grapes in one sitting? They are so easy to pop into your mouth without giving them a second thought, and they are fruit, so they can't hurt anything, right? Unfortunately, grapes do have some negative side effects. The negative effect of eating grapes instead of weight gain, carbs overload. That is, 1 cup of grapes contains 27 grams of carbs, gut issues and allergies attack. Turns out that this easy snack is not as harmless as you thought. Another fruit you should not be eating is orange. But you're probably already wondering why you should banish oranges from your life. According to the University of Rochester Medical Center, it's because oranges are so acidic that they can do some serious damage to your teeth. Oranges and orange juice have been linked to not just decreasing the hardness of tooth enamel, but of eroding teeth so much that the enamel becomes roughened and more likely to erode even further. The damage they saw from oranges was similar to the damage done by sugary sodas, and you've probably heard plenty about just how bad those can be. Affiliated dentists list oranges as being among the worst foods for your teeth, as they recommended that if you have to drink orange juice, you should use a straw to keep your teeth safe. Another fruit you should not be eating is lychee. The International Business Times reported on a partnership between India and US officials that solved the mystery of the illness plaguing the city of Muzaffarpur for more than 20 years. Every year, starting in May, some of the area's children will go from healthy to hospital overnight. There will be seizure and a loss of consciousness. Around 40% of victims would die, and whatever was happening would stop in July. There were tons of theories, and it took a year and a major collaboration to determine it was lychees. The first clue was that children with low blood glucose levels were more likely to die from a mysterious illness. Researchers confirmed lychee, particularly unripe ones, contain a toxin that keeps everyone from synthesizing glucose. That in turn leads to how low blood sugar levels, and we all know that we can cause some problems, major problems. The children of Muzaffarpur, which produce about 70% of India's lychee, were filled themselves with lychee after skipping an evening meal, and it proved to be a deadly combination. If you're struggling with managing your blood pressure, give these a miss. Another fruit you should not be eating is lime. This is a tough one because on the surface, limes are good for you. They are full of vitamins, nutrients, and antioxidants, but they fall into the don't eat category because they come with a few very important footnotes. Let's say you prefer to have your lime in an ice cold beverage, preferably while you are sitting outside enjoying a brilliantly summer day. Healthline also warns that these can come with a nasty side effect, itching rashes and second-degree burns. Limes contain a chemical called furocomarine, which reacts with sunlight. When it does, it gets absorbed into the skin, and the result is some pretty uncomfortable burns, blisters, and dark patches that could take months to heal. Skin damage, no matter where it comes from, is never ever cool. There's one other thing you should be aware of too, that limes can interfere with some medications. Another fruit you are not supposed to eat are strawberries. Strawberries are delicious and they are good for you, but there's a major catch. Strawberries that come from major large-scale producers are often terrible for the government and for the people who are acting to grow them. According to The Conversation, strawberries are a top crop in California. Unfortunately, in order to keep up with demands, farmers have started to rely on toxic chemicals and soil fumigants to keep their plants producing year in, year out. Before strawberries are planted, The ground is fumigated to get rid of pests in the soil. Think of it as similar to fumigating a full building. One industry ferrite, methyl bromide, was banned when it was discovered just how much damage it was doing for the ozone layer. And other methyl iodide was pulled when it discovered to be both a neurotoxin and a carcinogen. There are some chemical-free strawberry farmers out there, but only a small percentage are using methods that are not destroying the natural balance of soil or presenting the danger to those who are doing the spray. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to CrafrikMediaTV for more informative content. Turn on the notification bell so as to be notified each time we upload fresh content.